Welcome back, my darlings, to the Sussex's Chronicles, where we don't just report the headlines, we read between the lines. And today we are diving into something that, quite frankly, exposes just how far the British monarchy will go to punish those who dare walk away, especially if they walk away with a black woman and their own agency intact. Now, this week's buzz has been about Prince Harry reportedly considering a surname change. Yes, from Mountbatten Windsor to Spencer. That's right. According to an original piece by Richard Eden in the Daily Mail, and later confirmed by The Guardian with a boatload of context, Harry was so disillusioned by King Charles and the royal institution that he actually spoke to his uncle, Earl Spencer, about possibly taking on his mother's surname. And why wouldn't he? I mean, look at how the Windsors have treated him and Meghan, not just as individuals, but as parents. According to The Guardian, British passport officials delayed Archie and Lilibet's passports by 6 entire months, reportedly under the influence of Buckingham Palace. Let me repeat that. The King's office interfered with government agencies to delay documentation for 2 innocent children. That's not royal protocol. That's petty vengeance dressed up in ermine. A name carries history and identity. Recently, Prince Harry reportedly considered changing his surname from Mountbatten Windsor to Spencer. This wasn't a fleeting thought. It was a statement about who he is and where he belongs. The Windsor name symbolises the monarchy and its rigid expectations, a life Harry has chosen to leave behind. The Spencer name connects him to his mother Diana and a legacy separate from the crown. For Harry, adopting the Spencer name would be a public declaration of loyalty to his mother's memory and values. It would mark a break from an institution he feels failed to protect both Diana and his own family. This consideration reveals Harry's deep disillusionment with the royal family and his desire to reclaim his narrative. The Spencers represent freedom and emotional authenticity, a stark contrast to the duty-bound Windsors. Whether or not he changes his name, the fact he considered it speaks volumes about his journey to heal and honour Diana. The Spencer name offers hope and a connection to a past filled with love. It's a powerful symbol of Harry's independence and commitment to his mother's legacy. In choosing Spencer, Harry signals a new chapter, one defined by compassion, not protocol. Harry and Meghan's challenges haven't just been public. They've faced subtle bureaucratic obstacles too. Reports of delays in securing British passports for their children, Archie and Lilibet, hint at deeper power plays. For any family, a passport is basic. For royal grandchildren, it should be routine. These delays suggest calculated control, a reminder that even outside the palace, the institution's reach is long. There have also been claims of changes to the children's official records without parental consent, alterations to names and titles. These aren't mere clerical errors, they're seen as attempts to undermine Harry and Meghan's authority as parents. Involving children in such disputes crosses a line, turning family tension into something far more serious. For Harry, determined to protect his family, these actions feel like a profound betrayal. This pattern reinforces why Harry and Meghan left, to escape a system that uses power to control and punish. These alleged actions are more than administrative. They symbolise the monarchy's reluctance to let go. The struggle is no longer just personal, it's about the right to define one's own family. Harry and Meghan's story exposes the true nature of the monarchy, an institution built for self-preservation, not personal happiness. The needs of the individual always come second to the crown. When Harry and Meghan voiced concerns about mental health and racism, they were met with silence, not support. The monarchy thrives on perfection and mystique, resisting any challenge to its image. Power and control are central. The royal family is a global brand, wielding influence over media and public perception. Harry and Meghan described a system where stories were leaked and narratives manipulated, leaving them undefended. Their decision to leave was an act of defiance, choosing well-being over institutional demands. Their story has sparked a global conversation about the relevance of hereditary monarchy today. For some, the crown is less a privilege and more a heavy, painful burden. Harry's desire to distance himself from the Windsors is rooted in his mother's experience. He watched Diana struggle against the same forces he and Meghan would later face. Her tragic death instilled in him a determination to protect his own family from similar harm. The Spencer name is a link to Diana's legacy, a path of compassion and authenticity she tried to forge. By aligning with the Spencers, Harry embraces his mother's humanitarian spirit, free from royal constraints. He seeks peace and the freedom to be a husband and father first, prince second. Stepping away was about protecting his family's well-being over institutional demands. Harry's journey continues Diana's quest for authenticity, building the life she was denied. He wants his children to know their heritage, but also to have the freedom to be themselves. The Spencers offer a grounded, emotionally available side of his identity. Harry's story is not just about leaving the crown, but about honouring his mother's enduring legacy. Through the turbulence since their royal exit, the Spencers have been Harry's constant support. While royal channels were often silent, his maternal aunts and uncle offered stability and acceptance. Charles Spencer's pledge at Diana's funeral to protect her sons remains honoured. Harry's aunts, Lady Jane Fellows and Lady Sarah McCorquodale, have been present at key family moments, reinforcing their close bond. The Spencers provide Harry with a sense of belonging not tied to royal status, but to love and shared memory. Their support is quiet but unwavering, a stark contrast to the criticism from his royal relatives. For Harry, family is about who stands by you in your darkest hours. The Spencers have shown up for him time and again. In their embrace, Harry finds the haven he always sought. When a prince feels closer to his mother's family than the institution he was born to lead, it signals a monarchy struggling to adapt. Harry's preference for the Spencers is a powerful commentary on the House of Windsor's inability to support its own. Bureaucratic hurdles and lack of support have only deepened the divide. In an age of transparency, the public sees a son reaching for his mother's legacy, while the institution clings to outdated tradition. This narrative of a cold, unfeeling system reinforces why Harry and Meghan left. The monarchy's future depends on its ability to change and support its members. Today, people value authenticity and mental health over rigid tradition. Harry and Meghan's journey is a call for reform, a signal that the old ways are no longer sustainable. By drawing closer to the Spencers, Harry honours Diana and builds a future on her values. Breaking free from the gilded cage, he shows the world that true happiness is found on your own terms. Now that's the story, my darlings. Not just Harry's frustration, not just a possible name change, but the systemic retaliation against a couple who chose freedom over blind obedience. And through it all, the Spencer family continues to stand by Harry. Uncle Charles Spencer reportedly welcomed the Sussexes to Althorpe for Christmas. That's real family. That's support without manipulation or leaking to the tabloids. Diana's legacy, alive and well. So here's the question I leave you with today. What does it say about the monarchy, about King Charles, that Harry felt safer aligning with his late mother's family than his own father's? This story isn't just gossip. It's a warning that the institution isn't just out of touch, it's willing to go to dangerous lengths to cling to control, even if that means targeting children, bending government channels, and rewriting history on a birth certificate. And for those who constantly question why Meghan and Harry keep their distance, this is why. I'll say it louder for the folks in the back. You don't leave the royal family because of drama. You leave because the drama becomes policy.